Ended up having an issue with my 2015 38 RSSA mobile suite. My breaker started to trip. So what was happening was on the convenience plugs. This one right here, the 15 amp. It tripped. So I reset it, and it stayed okay for a day. And then it tripped, and I reset it, and it stayed for a few hours. And then it tripped, and it stayed for like 10 minutes. And I thought that was really strange because, dead shorted, it just tripped it. So what was going on was a small short of some kind. This was the breaker that was tripping. It's got a 15 and 20 square D. Couldn't find one to replace it, but that was a good deal because it came back and realized that I could just take the offending wire off and put it over on another breaker, which I did. I traded these. And then this one now popped, so I knew it wasn't the breaker. We went around and we unplugged everything that we could unplug to make sure that it wasn't an appliance that was causing the problem, but everything got unplugged and it still tripped the breaker. On the door side, I opened up this box and I opened up that box. Everything was dry and everything was secure. So I unhooked the hot wire from here, and I tried the breaker again and it tripped. So that way I knew it wasn't anything to do with the door side slide. In this box are two hot wires. One hot wire feeds the off door slide, and one wire feeds the back of the rig courtesy outlets and over to the door side slide. So by taking the hot wire off for the back of the rig and the door side, and then I set the breaker and it didn't trip. So I knew it was not the off door slide that was the problem, and that brought me to the back of the rig. Now I started worrying about the caulk. Everybody was talking about the caulking, and so I took this piece off and actually put some tape behind it, put it back on, caulked it, used stainless steel screws and screwed it all together. So I suspected I may have driven a screw into a wire. So what I did next was I backed all the screws all the way out, and then I went and reset the breaker and it didn't trip. And apparently this screw went into a wire, but just barely went in. So it took a while for it to break the breaker. It was just such a small short. So these are the screws I've been using, and they're number 10, 1.5 inch sheet metal screw, stainless steel. And I drove in these screws, if you can see that screw right there. And that screw penetrated this wire and caused that short. So that's what happened. Now I'll be able to put the outlet back here, and I'll get an inspection panel to put over this, and we should be good. So in the end, I don't know what the answer is. I've been going around trying to keep this thing sealed, and I don't know where the wires are. So hope it doesn't happen again. Anyway, hope that helps somebody.